The Galactic Council hall was silent, not because of respect, but because everyone was waiting to laugh. At the center of the great hall stood the human delegation. They were smaller than most species present. No glowing skin, no sharp claws, no wings, just humans in simple uniforms, standing calm. Before them floated Earth's prototype. It did not shine like alien weapons. It did not look alive or powerful. It was plain, almost boring. The council members whispered to each other. Some smiled, some shook their heads. Others were already amused. The speaker of the council, a tall crystal being, leaned forward. "Is this it?" the speaker asked. "This is what Earth traveled so far to show us." A soft wave of laughter moved through the hall. One alien general spoke loudly. "We expected something dangerous, something advanced, not a metal shell with human symbols." More laughter followed. The humans did not react. They did not argue. They did not raise their voices. They simply stood still. Dr. Elias Monroe, the human-led scientist, stepped forward. His voice was calm and slow. "This is a prototype," he said. "It is not meant to impress. It is meant to protect." The word protect made the laughter louder. Protect from what? The galaxy had weapons that could destroy planets. They had shields older than Earth itself. Humans were newcomers, late to the stars. The speaker waved a glowing limb. "Humanity is brave," the speaker said, "but bravery does not equal wisdom. You are not ready to sit among us." The words cut deep, but the humans showed no anger. Another council member leaned forward. "A species known for war. If this is Earth's best work," he said, "then your future is small." The prototype floated silently. Its surface showed no reaction, no energy spike, no warning signs. The council saw weakness. They saw failure. Dr. Monroe took a breath. "This prototype controls stellar pressure," he said. "It stabilizes stars, and if needed, it can do the opposite." That sentence finally brought silence, for only a moment. Then the council laughed again. "You claim control over stars," the speaker said. "That power belongs to ancient races, not to humans who just learned how to walk between systems." The speaker turned away. "This session is over. The council rejects Earth's proposal." The hall lights dimmed. Slightly, a sign of dismissal. The humans exchanged no words. They did not defend their work. They did not beg for acceptance. Instead, the lead human diplomat stepped forward. Her name was Ambassador Harley. Her voice was steady. "Then humanity withdraws," she said. "From this council, and from all shared systems." The laughter stopped. Council members looked at each other, confused. "You would leave?" the speaker asked. "Over this?" Ambassador Holly nodded. "Respect cannot be forced," she said, "and we will not offer our future to those who mock it." The humans turned their backs. They walked out together, leaving the prototype behind. For a moment, then the device vanished, pulled back through a human-made portal. The great doors of the council hall closed. Inside, the galaxy returned to laughter. They believed humans would regret this choice. They believed Earth would come back, asking for forgiveness, far away, beyond council space. Earth received the message. No anger, no panic, only one clear order. All ties are cut. And while the galaxy laughed, humanity began to prepare. The message from Earth was short, but its meaning was heavy. All ties are cut. Across the galaxy, trade stations received the notice. Human ships stopped docking. Human data channels went dark. Human embassies closed without warning. At first, the Galactic Council did not panic. They would return, many said. Humans always do. To the older species, humanity was still young, too emotional, too proud, too dependent on shared systems. They believed Earth needed the galaxy more than the galaxy needed Earth. On Earth, the reaction was very different. The withdrawal was not chaos. It was planned, careful, quiet. Human fleets pulled back to protected zones. Civilian ships were deep space gates were sealed. No speeches were given to the galaxy. No threats were sent. Humanity simply walked away. Inside Earth's hidden research stations, the work changed pace. The prototype was no longer a theory. It was now a priority. Dr. Elias Monroe stood in a control room far from Earth's surface. Screens showed stars, energy lines, and pressure maps. His team worked without rest. This was always the risk, he said calmly. They were never meant to accept it. The prototype was not a weapon, at least not by human definition. It was a system. one that listened to stars, measured their pressure, their age, their balance. Stars were alive in their own way, and humans had learned how to speak their language. The galaxy had focused on force, on shields, and firepower. Humans focused on control. Weeks passed. The council noticed small changes. Human trade goods disappeared from markets. Certain rare materials became harder to find. Navigation routes once maintained by human systems began to fail. Still, the council laughed. "They are isolating themselves," one member said. "They will fall behind." But in the outer regions, something else happened. A distant star began to act strangely. Its light flickered, its radiation spiked and dropped without pattern. Local alien scientists were confused. Their models showed no reason for instability. Then, without warning, the star stabilized perfectly. No natural process explained it. A report was sent to the council, filed as a strange event, ignored on Earth. Dr. Monroe watched the data. "Test successful," he said quietly. The prototype had not touched the star, it had whispered to it. Human leaders met in silence. They knew the galaxy would notice eventually, but not yet. Humanity did not want fear, they wanted distance. Another month passed. A powerful alien empire suffered a fleet disaster. Their ships lost power near a stable star. Systems shut down at the same moment. No explosion, no attack, just failure. Again, Earth was mentioned in secret reports. Again, the council dismissed it. "They have no weapons capable of this," the speaker said. "Do not embarrass us with fear on Earth." Ambassador Harley looked at the stars. "They still think we are angry," she said. "But this is not anger, this is choice," another leader replied. Humanity had chosen a path without permission. They would grow alone, learn alone, protect themselves alone. The galaxy had laughed at Earth's prototype. Now Earth no longer needed their approval, far beyond council space. Human stations powered up systems never shown to outsiders, and for the first time in galactic history, the stars were no longer free from human reach. The first star did not explode. That was what confused everyone. There was no warning flash, no shockwave, no violent collapse. It simply began to change. In the outer region of the galaxy, far from Earth and far from the council, a yellow star started to burn brighter than normal. Its light grew sharp. Its heat increased slowly, too slowly for panic, too fast for nature. Local stations detected the rise. Engineers checked their systems. Scientists ran old models. Nothing explained it. "This star should be stable for another 1,000,000 years, one scientist said, "but it is aging in days." The report was sent to the nearest empire, then forwarded to the Galactic Council. This time, the council did not laugh. Emergency observers were sent. Sensors surrounded the star. Data flooded the networks. The star listened to none of it. Its pressure shifted. Its core tightened. Its balance slipped. Then nearby ships lost power. Not all at once, but in waves. Engines shut down. Shields flickered. Navigation systems failed. Panic spread through the fleets. "This is not an attack," a commander shouted. "There is no enemy fire." The star burned brighter. The planets closest to it began to suffer. Atmospheres heated. Oceans boiled at the edges. Cities powered down to survive. Then the star released a single burst. Not an explosion, a pulse. The light bent, space twisted, and every ship within range went dark when systems came back online. 3 planets were gone, not shattered, not burned, gone. The star returned to normal, quiet, calm, as if nothing had happened. The galaxy froze. No weapon in council records behaved like this. No ancient race claimed responsibility. The word spread fast. Star loss, controlled, stellar failure, impossible. The council met in emergency session. Fear replaced pride. "This power cannot exist," one member said. "If it does, we are no longer safe." Data analysts worked without rest, tracing energy echoes, pressure shifts, gravitational patterns. All paths pointed in one direction. Human space. Silence filled the council hall. They said their prototype controlled stars. The speaker said slowly. We laughed. A military leader slammed a claw on the floor. "This must be coincidence," he said. "Humans would never dare." But another report arrived. A second star, different system, same pattern, brightening, pressure shift, pulse. This time, no planets were lost. Only a warning, a message hidden in the data. Not words, not signals, a signature, human design logic. On Earth, Dr. Elias Monroe watched the stars burn. His face showed no joy, no full collapse. He said, "Only enough to be seen. This is dangerous." A technician said, "The galaxy will panic." "They already are," Monroe replied. "The prototype was never meant for war." But war did not need permission. Human leadership gathered. "They mocked us," one voice said. "They dismissed us." Ambassador Holle shook her head. "This is not revenge," she said. "This is distance." The galaxy had crossed a line long ago. They had decided humans were harmless. That belief was now burning across the stars. Fleets retreated from unstable systems. Trade routes collapsed. Ancient powers questioned their safety. For the first time in galactic history, everyone looked at Earth and feared what humans might do next. Far from the council hall, the prototype floated in silence, listening to the stars, waiting. Fear entered the galaxy quietly, not with explosions, not with invasion fleets, but with silence. Systems once trusted were now avoided. Stars once seen as safe were watched with doubt. Every empire began to ask the same question. What if the next star was theirs? The Galactic Council hall filled again, but this time there was no laughter. Seats once taken with pride were now taken with caution. Military leaders stood close to exits. Observers kept their senses active. The speaker looked older, dimmer. "We underestimated humanity," the speaker said. "We must correct this." Some council members agreed. Others were angry. "They used forbidden power," one shouted. "They broke natural law." Another voice replied, "No law was broken, only our pride." Reports continued to arrive. Trade routes collapsing near unstable stars. Colonies asking for evacuation. Ancient species losing control of regions they've ruled for thousands of years. No human ships were seen. No human messages were sent. That silence was worse than any threat. A proposal was made. "We contact Erd." A diplomat said, "We offer negotiation. We restore their seat." The hall reacted fast. They walked away. A military leader said, "They rejected us, but we mocked them." Another replied, "We laughed." The speaker raised a glowing limb. "Send the message," the speaker ordered. Now, a formal transmission was sent toward Earth, respectful, carefully written. It received no reply. Hours passed, then days. Fear grew. In distant systems, fleets changed formation. Weapons were powered up, not to attack, but to feel safe. On Earth, the message was received, read, and archived. Ambassador Holle stood with human leaders, watching star maps. "They are afraid now," one leader said. "They want control back. They lost it the moment they laughed." Holle replied. Dr. Elias Monroe joined them. "The prototype is stable," he said, "but the galaxy is not." The prototype continued to work, not attacking, not destroying, listening, balancing. In one system, a star was prevented from collapsing, saving millions of lives. The galaxy did not notice. In another, pressure was allowed to rise just enough to scare an empire. The galaxy noticed that. Rumors spread. Humans were gods. Humans were monsters. Humans were lying about their power. None of it mattered. What mattered was uncertainty. The council sent a second message, more desperate than the first. "We recognize humanity's authority," it said. "We request dialogue." Again, no reply. Inside the council hall, unity began to crack. Some wanted war. Others wanted surrender. Many wanted someone to blame. You pushed them away. One member accused. You made them dangerous. The speaker said nothing. For the first time in galactic history, the council had no answer. Across the stars, civilizations prepared for a future without rules they understood. On Earth, humanity prepared too. Not for conquest, not for revenge, but for independence. Ambassador Holle looked at the prototype's data feed. At the calm balance of distant stars. "They fear us," she said, "because they cannot control us." Dr. Monroe nodded. They never could. Far beyond council space, human beacons activated, quiet signals marking new borders. The galaxy had mocked Earth's creation. Now it feared the species that built it, and humanity had not even spoken yet. The galaxy waited. That was the hardest part. Fleets were ready, weapons were charged, evacuation. Plans were written and rewritten, but nothing happened. No more stars burned, no more warnings appeared, only silence. Inside the Galactic Council hall, fear had replaced authority. The speakers stood alone at the center, looking at empty seats. Many members had stopped attending. They ruled empires, but felt powerless. "They are watching us," one advisor whispered. "They can end us." The speaker closed their eyes. "No," the speaker said slowly. "They could have already." That truth hurt the most. Across the galaxy, one final message was prepared, not from the council, but from millions of voices combined. It was simple, honest, and afraid. Humanity, the message said. We were wrong. We mocked what we did not understand. We asked not for power, but for peace. The signal traveled across space, passing stars, passing borders. On Earth, it arrived. Ambassador Halley stood in a quiet room. The message played once, then stopped. No cheers followed, no anger, only silence. "They finally understand," one leader said. Dr. Elias Monroe looked at the star maps. "At a cost," he replied. Humanity discussed the response carefully. They knew every word mattered. They knew the galaxy was listening. Finally, one message was approved. It was sent, clear, unarmed, across every open channel. The galaxy received it at the same time. "This is humanity," the message began. "We did not leave the council in anger. We left because respect was missing. We did not burn stars for revenge. We acted to protect our future." A pause followed in the transmission. Then the final words: "We will not rule you. We will not save you, and we will not destroy you. We will walk our own path. If you wish to stand beside us, do so with respect. If not, stay clear of our stars." The message ended. No threats, no demands. Across the galaxy, leaders lowered their weapons. Some felt relief, others felt shame. For the first time, humanity was not asking to belong. They had chosen independence. The prototype was powered down to a stable state. Still listening, still ready, but no longer proving a point. On Earth, life continued. Ships launched toward new systems. Human beacons marked quiet borders, not walls, but warnings. The Galactic Council dissolved slowly, not with a vote, but with irrelevance. The galaxy learned a lesson it would never forget. Power does not shout, it does not beg, it waits. Far beyond old borders, humanity built, learned, and watched the stars with calm eyes. They were once laughed at, once dismissed. Now, they were respected, not because they burned the galaxy, but because they could, and chose not to.